You're watching Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Around Town is sponsored by Chemung Canal Trust Company. They're really nice people. Trust is their middle name. Service is their motto. And I like them a lot, and that's why I bank there. If you ever come by to look me up, I'll be in the vault. Safe place. Now, you may think, by looking at this group, that Georgia is filled with beautiful ladies, and most of them are here, and that's true. But we have a visiting delegation from Georgia, and they're all in the television business. And we're going to teach them or show them what an American television station is like. So I have to ask you, this is our beautiful interpreter who's going to introduce the ladies and tell what they do. So why don't you do that now? Then I can ask you a question, and you can translate and they can answer.
Absolutely. So here with me today, I have Lela, who's the head of the news department and one of the very, very few female photographers in Georgian broadcasting business, and Eka, who is the anchor of the talk show and the reporter for a small TV outlet called Marneuli TV in Georgia, in Eastern Europe. And I represent an organization called IREX, headquartered in Washington, D.C., and we implement these two-way exchange visits between Georgian and American broadcasters.
It's a friendship situation.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now with today, what should people know about Georgia? Where should they go? There's terrific tourism, most beautiful country in the area. And you live there and can experience this all the time. What is the thing that really Georgia should be remembered for these days? Isn't she good?
You make it very easy to be good.
საქართველოს ზოგადად ყველა მხარე ტურისტული კუთხეა და ყველგან შეუძლია წაისვანეთი.
რა ნახონან სვანი?
კოშკები უძველესი.
კიდე?
დმანისში პირველი ევროპელების ზეზვა და მზიას ნაქალაქარი.
და საიდანაც ვარ მარნეულიდან უძველესი ნაქალაქარი მე-6-მე-5 წლეულის, სადაც აღმოაჩინეს წიბწა, რომლითაც დამტკიცდა, რომ საქართველო არის ღვინის ქვეყანა. პირველი ვაზი იქ აღმოაჩინეს.
So the ladies are saying that there are a lot of things to cover. Georgia is about the size of West Virginia, so that if I may add from my side, but even so we have a small country, the landscape is very diverse, so there's a lot to see there. In the region where they're from, we have the oldest remnants of human skulls in Europe. Also, in the same area, they discovered the oldest grape seeds in the world. So if you wanted to try some of the best wine in the world, definitely come over.
What would you like to tell the people who are listening about your visit and about Georgia that will make them want to come to Georgia, want to make them invest in Georgia, and want them to understand and like Georgia?
რისი თქმა გინდათ ჩვენი მაყურებლისთვის? რა გინდათ რომ გაიგონ თქვენგან იმის შესახებ, რომ საქართველო როგორია და რატომ მოუნდათ იქ ჩამოსვლა და ინვესტიციის ჩადება თუნდაც?
ძალიან მეტი შესაძლებლობა არსებობს თვითონ საქართველოში იმისთვის, რომ მეტი ინვესტიცია ჩადონ უცხოელმა ადამიანებმა, ხალხმა. ამისთვის იქ არის არაჩვეულებრივი ლანდშაფტი, ბუნება, წყალი, გარემო და ასევე არაჩვეულებრივი ხალხი, რომლის მეშვეობითაც შეძლებენ ყველა ინვესტიციის განხორციელებას და აქცევენ იქაურ ზონა ტურისტულ ზონად.
So Georgia is a tourist country. We have wonderful scenery, great cuisine, very hospitable people, a lot of archaeological sites. So there is something for everyone, depending on what your preferences are when you travel.
A true diplomat.
ნამდვილი დიპლომატის პასუხი.
Thank you.
Are there things that Georgia should have that United States and countries like the United States can help provide aside from investment? Because really, when we hear about Georgia, we don't know about all the beautiful things. All we know is that Russia and there's a problem politically, and we don't know we don't even know who the problem people are, and it's so far away. You know, what should we learn and what should we know?
რა უნდა ვიცოდეთ ჩვენ როგორც ამერიკელებმა საქართველოს შესახებ? არის რაღაცა ისეთი, რაც გინდათ რომ ამერიკელმა ხალხმა იცოდეს თქვენი ქვეყნის შესახებ?
პირველ რიგში ის, რომ ბევრმა ამერიკელმა არც იცის სად არის საქართველო და სასიამოვნო იქნება თუ ყველას ეცოდინება ჩვენ შესახებ.
As you mentioned, a lot of people don't really know where Georgia is on the map, that it is an independent country. So it would be nice for them to know that we exist and what we are, what we have become since the collapse of the Soviet Union. And on my behalf, if I may add, it's very important, especially in today's landscape, that a democracy like a superpower like United States is supporting development of free media in emerging democracies such as Georgia. The organization I work for, IREX, has been working in the media development sector over a decade in Eastern Europe. We have worked with dozens of American TV and radio stations who host us and also make visits to our part of the world to help with their counterparts. And I think it's very important on the grassroots level to create these professional ties between media professionals.
It helps a great deal because we have in the United States a state called Georgia.
Yes.
So there must be some confusion, especially because what is headquartered in Georgia as the state in the United States but Coca-Cola?
True. And actually Atlanta and Georgia are sister cities.
Are they?
Yes.
Ah. It's a wonderful state.
It is, I've heard.
I've never been to Georgia. Where should I go first? The capital?
I think you should start from the capital, but also go to the high mountainous areas for some skiing and some ethnic tourism. Go to the Black Sea side for where we have beaches. Go to archaeological sites and explore some of the finds there, and definitely enjoy the food and the wine.
And because Georgia is far away and doesn't get that many tourists from the United States, they're going to be extra special taken care of.
Absolutely.
A great diplomat too. Well, I want to tell you that it is a joy to meet you and to have you chatting with us and to just be so charming and nice. And I hope that the Americans are just as nice to our new friendly visitors from Georgia.
ძალიან სასიამოვნო იყო თქვენი ეთერში ყოფნა და იმედია ისე კარგად გექცევიან სხვები, როგორც თქვენ ხართ სასიამოვნო რესპონდენტები და ტელევიზიაზე ხوار თქვა ორი სიტყვა.
ხო, პირველ ვისარგებლებ შემთხვევით და მადლობა ამერიკელ ხალხს, IREX და ამ ტელევიზიას რომ გვიმასპინძლეთ და ძალიან კარგი ხალხი მუშაობს.
ასეთი სითბო და ეს დაგვანახეს
I want to thank the American people, IREX, our organization, but most importantly the host station, the WENY, for allowing us to shadow them throughout the week and learn from them and see what a wonderful operation they have. They are running a very impressive business and we learn a lot from them.
And you know our logo is a heart.
Yes.
Which is very important. We want to love everybody. And so in keeping with that feeling, now we should do the best part of the interview, which is having lunch. We're going to the restaurant now. We'll meet you there if you can find out where it is. Otherwise, we'll say goodbye for now. See you soon again.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving, getting from here to there, managing long hours at work, juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online, bank with our mobile app, deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Today is a special treat. We're in the offices of Sheriff Allard, who all of you know anyway, because he's the guy that's in charge of the dope program. I didn't say that right.
Cope.
Dope, I said.
Yeah.
Dope program, because to me, I'm old enough where it was called dope at one time. This
Dope
is
and
long
grass,
ago.
right?
Now we're learning, but there's so many things I don't know. And the special treat is, what do you call it? Not a dog, a canine.
Right.
What is it called? Canine Corps?
So what we have here is, it's called the Spirit Program, where we use...
Who named it the Spirit Program?
Actually, one of the trainers that comes in. What we have is, we have trainers from the Humane Society come in and train our inmates to be able to train the animals in obedience. So the inmates get a skill out of it. They also get the satisfaction of having an animal such as Rowan here to take care of and to train, and it's a 6-week obedience program that after the program is concluded, then the dogs are adopted out, and the inmates leave after being here with a skill in how to train animals in a positive obedience style.
You know, I've got to say this, but your department has changed over the years since you became sheriff. All of a sudden there's some kind of an energy, some kind of a youthfulness there. I keep hoping it's going to spread to me. But you're doing all kinds of unusual, unique things. And we try to come every year because he's always got something new happening. But what is the public going to do? You need them to fight this whole problem.
Right, when you're talking about
How do
the
you get them
opioid
motivated?
program. Well, we present a lot of places and speak with a lot of folks, and we're extremely fortunate here. Officer Valentine here is one of our folks that brought in this program and researched it and brought it forward as a great idea.
Did you say Sir Valentine?
Officer Valentine,
Officer
yes.
Valentine.
Yes.
You must meet my wife.
Okay.
What a name, what a name.
Valentino.
Valentino.
But when we have fantastic employees here that bring forward these great ideas, and my job's easy. I just have to say, how can we make it happen? And that's what we do. And when this program came forward with Major Whitmore and Officer Valentine, they went and researched it at other places that do it, and we were able to make it happen here. And this is our second round of dogs that have been trained and adopted. And Rowan here, his 2 sisters are here also, Sequoia and Phoenix, and they were abandoned. The litter was abandoned. When the Humane Society found the litter, 2 of them had already perished. And they were able to save Rowan and his 2 sisters, and we were fortunate enough to be able to bring them here in the jail for the Spirit program so that they could get trained.
How many dogs are there?
Right now, there's these 3.
3.
We try to keep it between 2 and 3 at a time, just so that we can
concentrate
manage
on the
it.
training.
Mhm.
Yeah. How did you get involved in this?
Major Whitmore had asked me if I would be interested in going to Erie County to see their program. So we went to Erie County, we seen their program, and then I just took ideas from their program and wanted to start it here.
You know, people think of the sheriff doing what sheriffs do, going out and catching people, but they don't really see all of the countless public service things that you do, and you don't talk about it. How do you get the public to appreciate what you sacrifice?
Well, I think that's one of my jobs, is to be the cheerleader for the agency and to help the public see all that our wonderful employees do on a daily basis. And not just the road patrol, but the corrections officers, the court security officers, the school resource officers, all of the different divisions that we have here that work for the citizens of Steuben County, and help them understand what it is that these folks do. And that's why we do so many training programs across the county.
One of the things that always impressed me about prisons was the fact that they're so clean. Federal prisons, county prisons are so clean. This is I was impressed because I went through the federal prison in Lewisburg, and it was spotless.
Yeah.
And the warden was taking me through, and the funny thing was that a fellow opened the door for us as we walked through, and as we walked through the door, the warden turned to me and said, "You know who that was?" I said, "No, who was that?" He says, "Jimmy Hoffa." It was Jimmy Hoffa. He was in prison before he disappeared.
Still knew where he was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's and you've been in our jail, and you know how clean that is and orderly in there. And again, that's a reflection of the staff that works there.
What can the public do? How can you have them help you in what you do?
As far as this program,
this is not easy.
Right, and support us. Support us with their legislators. Support us in the programs that we do, and talk to their friends and neighbors, and talk to their legislators about how important the work we're doing is. I think that in this age of information and communication, it's extremely important that we get the message out there and that people know how they can help. And that's why, again, any group that calls for a presenter, we'll send somebody there to talk, and we'll send somebody there to give the information that that particular group needs in order to be able to help the community.
Where do they call?
Right
Email,
here.
call?
Yeah, they can call right here at the sheriff's office, 607-622-3930. And they'll get Ms. Moore, who you met when you came in.
Good.
Yeah.
And how about emails or computer, anything on the computers they can look up?
Yes, if you go to the Steuben County, New York website, it's SteubenCountyNY.org. Pick the sheriff's tab, and you can email me directly through that.
Right. And you have two sheriffs over there.
Yep.
What do they do?
So that's Major Whitmore, who runs the jail, and that's Undersheriff McNelis, who's the one that gets all the work done.
Pretty good. So now that they're here, it's easy to make a break.
It is. It's a good time.
You heard it here first. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is something that really needs public help, because you need to be tipped off when there are things that may not be right, that they see that you can't see everything.
Correct. And we also have our drug tip hotline. It's a phone or email hotline. 844-DRUG-TIP is the phone number, or www.844drugtip.com is the email. It's anonymous. You can send any email about any crime, and it's anonymous. You don't have to worry about someone knocking on your door or someone finding out who sent it.
We have just ended this at the right time. If you were here, you'd be smelling food, because it's getting to be lunchtime at the prison. Food here is terrific. Sometimes it's tempting to come and stay and eat. But thank you very much. Give them a call. Good cause. Bye.
Around Town with Henry Dormann will return in a moment.
Life, it never stops moving. Getting from here to there. Managing long hours at work. Juggling a busy home. You need a bank that keeps up. That's Chemung Canal Trust Company. Bank online. Bank with our mobile app. Deposit a check with your smartphone. Open an account at Chemung Canal and bank with us anywhere, anytime. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic.
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah. Bro?
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It was good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit savethefood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
We now return to Around Town with Henry Dormann.
Do you know who this lady is? Kaley Thomas. And she is the one that runs this wonderful Timberstone Grill in Hammondsport. This is a place where you better make a reservation because it's packed solid. And she always smiles this way. I don't know how she does it. Now I'm going to sit back and do nothing while you tell all about this place.
Sounds
You've
great.
got the big initials behind us here, right?
Timberstone Grill, yes. Here soon after Memorial Day, we'll be open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner. And it's so much fun being here every day. I get to meet different people all the time, which I love. It's a great sunny day out today, and here soon people can dock at the head of the lake and walk up through town and go to the shops and come in for lunch or dinner and sit on our gorgeous patio.
Now you're open lunch and dinner, not breakfast.
Not breakfast, correct. And we open at 11 a.m. and we serve until generally about 9 or 10, depending on business.
Saturday and Sunday too?
Correct, yes.
Saturday and Sunday too?
Sunday till around 8:30.
Really? Because I know the place is packed with people because every day here in Hammondsport is sunny.
It is, yes. It is paradise here.
And your husband is the chef?
He is, Chef Jeff. He's been cooking on and off for, I would say, probably 20 years now. So he has quite a bit of experience.
What is your favorite dish? Now, he must make some special dishes for you.
He does. The nice thing about our menu is you can have everything from a burger to a steak or chicken, seafood, pasta. I would say our signature item is a pistachio crusted salmon. People really enjoy that. It has a citrus butter sauce on that people just really enjoy, and the crunchiness of the pistachios as well.
You are a terrific salesperson.
I try. It's fun.
How did you get into this? And Hammondsport, of all places.
Hammondsport, I've always had a heart in Hammondsport. My family lives in Corning, and my sister actually has been in Hammondsport for probably, I would say, 30 years now. She's been here for a while, and every time I came to Hammondsport, I kind of fell in love with H-Port, yes.
H-Port?
H-Port.
Most people refer to it that way?
I think so.
I never heard that. That's good. I live and learn. Good. Is that your phone?
It's not.
It's not. Tell me, what did you do to redo the entire restaurant? This was not, I mean, all of this is new and different.
It was a rickety old kind of greenhouse before. It's been a few different things. It was a florist at one time, wine tasting room, a bakery. The whole building was pretty much transformed for the restaurant.
Well, it looks like you went from top to bottom.
Yes.
Redoing things.
So this is a tuna poke bowl here. It's a nice dish on a hot summery day. Some avocado, cucumber, a little bit of sushi rice, and then the sesame, soy, some citrus ponzu on that, and tuna as well.
What's that?
This is pickled ginger and wasabi, so that will have a kick to it. If you hit that, you're gonna want some water.
You know all of these.
I do, yes. This is charcuterie board here. This is the prosciutto. There's some gherkins on this. This is Sunset Creamery. They're located over in Montour Falls. That's kind of like between a Swiss and Parmesan cheese, so it's kind of a harder cheese.
This one?
It is, correct. And then the spicy sopressata To the right of that, and then some Kalamata olives, some little crostinis as well. So you can kind of have some crostinis with the cheese.
And wine with it.
And wine, yes. Wine is better with food, food is better with wine, so why not?
But you haven't gone into the wine business yet.
Not yet.
Not yet?
No.
Is that a sign?
Yes.
It is a sign.
No.
Wow. Pretty good. I'm going to try this. This is prosciutto?
That is correct.
And cheese. I can't resist it.
Yes.
May I take a piece?
Absolutely.
We always get the good jobs. I'm going to take a piece of cheese too. Aren't you going to have any?
I will.
It's delicious. How often do you change the menu?
So the menu changes seasonally. Harvest menu, we do a spring summer menu, and then a winter menu as well, kind of with what's out and what's good at that time. In the winter we actually did a lot of heartier dishes like shepherd's pie and a cider braised pulled pork and macaroni and cheese. Spring summer we'll do a little bit lighter fare, you know, the charcuterie, the poke bowls. We still have our burgers and steaks and seafood. And all that. In the fall, we go back to kind of more of a pulled pork. And
the pulled pork is delicious.
Great to hear.
In fact, I asked somebody to come here and pick some up for me, and I ate it at home. Couldn't resist.
Oh, good.
Sorry to talk with my mouth full.
We rotate a lot of desserts as well. With what's good. Right now, strawberry rhubarb is really good, so they'll do a strawberry rhubarb crisp with ice cream and some sort of a creme brulee, brownie sundae, and sometimes the chef has fun and does different variations of ice cream. So we actually just got an ice cream maker, so we're kind of having fun with that.
You have a lot of fun. You must have some wonderful stories in the restaurant business. I'm always telling my friends who own restaurants that, gosh, people come in and they must do the strangest things.
Yes.
Have you got some good stories?
Yes.
Good, tell me about them.
I've worked in a lot of hotels and restaurants for a long time, and a lot of interesting stories from both, and interesting people and scenarios. It always keeps you on your toes, which is great.
Like what? What's a funny one?
Let's see here. I've had so many. Just with, you know, even talking to people with the weather. One day in Ohio, it could be, you know, really warm, and here it could be really cold, or vice versa, and just the differences and how, you know, how close that we are and all that. I think a few weeks ago it was 70 in Pennsylvania and it was 30 here, so it's kind of funny.
Well, this is a wonderful place. We get a little bias.
Yes.
What is your favorite meal?
I enjoy the pistachio-crusted salmon, some Brussels sprouts that have a little applewood bacon in those.
You mentioned that, and that's my favorite too.
Yes. I do enjoy that.
I do too. And I'll be in soon again.
Okay, sounds great.
You can sit outside here and you can sit inside here.
Absolutely, and a nice day, it's, you know, perfect to sit on the patio or
Let's make a reservation.
Yes,
yeah.
They are suggested, and they're not, we do have a lot of people come in, but we do suggest reservations as well.
And what's the phone number? Or?
Phone number is area code 607-224-0006.
Any kind of a website?
timberstonegrill@hotmail.com.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dormann.
Thank you very much. She's charming, and she's charming like this all the time. And when you come here, look her up, because she's, I mean, if you look her up enough times, you'll get a kiss.
Yes.
Right? Oh, she agrees.
You're watching WENY.